Hi there. So this is part two in a set of videos that I'm sharing with you on the topic of how to focus when it's not business as usual. My name is Ariana Elsie McNally, and I am the owner of Emerging Outcomes Coaching and Development. And my mission is to help you create a career or business you love. So I've had a few people reaching out to me recently, sharing some of their challenges of trying to get things done. And these were really centered, a lot of these challenges were centered around the areas of productivity and time management and how to run their business or lead their teams and get things done in the midst of managing so many other items at home right now. So that's what that's what this video is designed to help you with. And this aligns so well, the challenges that were coming up, that were being shared with me, aligns really, really well with the topic of personal productivity that normally comes up in the work and coaching I do with business owners and professionals. And it aligns with the concept of showing up even when it's a challenge and even when you don't feel like it. And this is a skill in leadership. However, with that being said, while I love the topic of personal leadership, at this time, I believe, we can serve ourselves and others well if it's tempered with more awareness and patience for ourselves and others during, the situation that we're facing. At the same time, you're asking for ideas. And still, things need to be done. So that's what this video is designed to help you with. And the idea I'm sharing with you today is practical, and again, in that realm of productivity and time management. However, for the next few weeks, I'll be leaving the productivity space and moving into other ideas on how we can conduct business in these unusual times. So stay tuned for that. But the idea for today, in order to serve our clients, keep our businesses going, keep managing our team right now when we're managing so many other things, the idea here that I'd like you to consider is about finding your work windows. Finding your work windows, leaning into them, and making them meaningful. So this is going to look different for every person, whether you run a business or you are a professional or leader within your organization. But what I mean by finding your work windows is it's really about looking for those opportunities to carve out pockets of time when you can focus on your business and serve your clients during the day. So that, and finding those pockets of time that make sense for your environment, makes sense for the type of work that you do. And you could consider when, those times of days when your energy tends to be a bit higher. However, I want to acknowledge that I know that that's not going to work for everybody. But this is for those of you who aren't able to sit at your desk from 9 to 5 and simply work. So many of you have children at home, spouses at home who might also be working, or perhaps you just don't have the mental energy right now to sit at your desk from 9 to 5 and do your work, even if it's something that you've been able to do in the past. And that's okay. So a strategy that could work for you here is carving out those work windows very practically. And what that could look like is perhaps there are opportunities to lean into a window of time early in the morning when the rest of the people in your household might still be sleeping or just getting up and starting their day. Or you may set people up with an activity. The general people with an activity, the little ones in your house for the next hour or two, depending on ages, and everybody does their work. And then you come back together, you check in, and then you can repeat it. Or if you've got a partner, perhaps you make an arrangement where one person is hands-on in the morning and one person is hands-on in the afternoon. This could look so many different ways, and it's really where you can get creative. And I'm hearing about a lot of different creative solutions that families have come up with and people have come up with to make this work for themselves. And remember, 1 week doesn't have to look like the next. You can also you can tweak, see what works and see what doesn't. But what I'm suggesting here is this. The answer may not be about needing more hours, but it might be more about finding better quality work time. This is about finding ways to nurture and support yourself in enhancing the quality of your working time when you have it. And this is what I mean by really leaning into those windows of time when you have them. So if you listened to last week's video and you took action, then you have a list of your must-do items. Those vital few items where you know where to focus on and focus your attention when you do have those pockets of time to sit down. And so I want to float this idea that, just setting expectations with yourself and understanding that you aren't going to complete that to-do list. So give that up now. You'll be much happier. But what you can complete are your highest priority items. Those items that will make an impact in your business, to your clients, and to your organization. And impact can be measured, it can be small or it can be big. And I encourage you to embrace this concept of done is better than perfect. So carve out your work windows. Making small steps forward is still moving forward. Don't underestimate the effectiveness that these pockets of time can have on getting things done, especially if you're focused on those vital few tasks. So supporting yourself, I talked about nurturing and supporting and really protecting that, that work window and making it really count. That could also look like ensuring that everybody else knows when you are working and helping them to understand when it's appropriate to interrupt and when it's not. And also to support yourself too, you can establish a way to transition. It can sometimes take us a really long time for our brains to transition from one activity to the next. So having a routine that helps us get into work mode tells your brain that it's time to get focused. And so that could look like, just some examples that I know other people, have worked for some people. It could be breathing exercises, some sort of getting grounded and centered. It could be reading your to-do list, putting on some music in your home office, reading something inspirational. Whatever it is that you need, try to incorporate it into a regular routine so you can quickly transition from what's going on around you into your workspace. And so that will help you get into work mode. And acknowledge that there will be moments when you won't feel like working, but don't dwell on it. Don't sit in that too long. I recommend starting into something that needs doing, something on your list, and chances are you'll find you'll begin to get into the zone. So just to recap, create those quality work windows. Do that by knowing what you need to do when you sit down. Set expectations with those around you and create a transition routine to support you into moving into that work mindset. I hope this was supportive for you today. I will be sharing more ideas on this theme of creating focus when it's not business as usual. I will be breaking away from productivity and into some other ideas, so stay tuned. And if you're not on my mailing list, be sure to go over to emergingoutcomes.com and sign up for the mailing list so you can receive these videos directly into your email. So be well, all the best, take care.